welcome back to my channel. Dad, today we're going to be filling up some bottles in the spring.
Well, just like she said, in today's adventure we're going to be collecting and bottling our own natural spring water. Albania is not a place where you should drink the tap water, not just due to bacteria and parasites, but our understanding is that the pipes themselves also have some risk of heavy metal contaminants, so almost everybody here drinks bottled water, including the locals. Luckily, the Balkans are full of natural springs, and in Albania you are never too far from a quality drinking water source. We are based in Saranda, and the spring fountain that we are going to today is just 20 minutes drive from our apartment. We don't always have a car, so that is one problem, but we have saved up our bottles so that when we go rent a car for a short trip, we can also fill our bottles at the same time. So cold, hey, all the bottles are steamy.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Dad, today we're going to be filling up some bottles in the spring. This is a spring here. That's pretty cold. Just trying to warn you if you ever do this in your life. Then you show all of the ones that you already did. This is all spring water. We filled all of this out of last spring. Can I help you? Well, that was a lot of fun. Bye guys, thank you for coming back to my channel.
We aren't done with this water yet. We've already dabbled in Giardia from a miracle water source when we were in Bulgaria, so we aren't about to repeat that incident by chugging raw water. Especially not in this, the land of sheep. Like this video and comment below to keep travelers' bubble guts away from you. The drive to and from the spring is really pretty. The road runs beside a crystal clear spring-fed river. It is fall right now, so the farmers are burning their fields. Probably not healthy, but it looks cool. Now that we're home and the bottles aren't foggy, we can take a first look at the freshly collected water. It is looking pretty darn clear, but we'll see how it looks after it has some time to settle. Okay, so this is our big bottle. A couple of days later, you can see it's crystal clear. There's really nothing in this. Yeah. hard to show you, but tip it upside down. Stir up any gunk, but it looks really good. There's just some air bubbles. Once you boil it once, you get a tiny little bit of settling. You can't even really see it in here. It's still really, really clear, but there is a little bit. You can kind of see there a little bit. It's not bad at all. Like, you could still drink it. I have psychological issues with that, but I've found that if you keep not pouring the bottom of the pot, you just keep pouring off the top, the water stays pretty clear. So I kind of was doing that. I was just adding and then never pouring to the bottom so that it would stay settled. And then eventually it kind of collects. So this is all of the fluff from all of our boils. You can see. Focus. Yeah, so it does settle, and then the water will be clear again. So what we might do is get a Brita anyways and just throw the fluffy stuff through there. But you could also not do that and just drink the top and throw out the bottom bit. These are all of our empties because we already drank most of it. So what I was doing is boiling, rinsing the bottles in really super hot tap water. The water comes out of the tap like burning hot here, so I wasn't too worried about it. I was just like cleaning the cap really good and the twisty part really good, and then giving the bottle a rinse because we do drink directly out of the bottles a lot of the time because we bring them with us places. Once the bottle was clean and the water was cooled, we were putting it in this coffee carafe because it has a nice pointy corner for pouring. And then when the bottle was filled, I was just putting a little dot on the top, mostly for our child, so that she knew not to drink the ones without the dot because those ones weren't boiled yet. I've already consumed a good amount of spring water, and we've been using it for cooking and everything, and it really has no taste at all. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it doesn't taste like anything, which I guess is a good thing. I kind of like mineral-y water, but it tastes fine. It tastes clean. So you can see this is like settling already somewhat. Seems kind of yucky. But considering it's from this much water, that's really not a lot of like minerals or whatever. But overall, I was really impressed with just how clean the water is on its own. I sort of thought once we left the bottles out for a little bit that we would see settling and stuff in the bottom, but we really didn't. It is a couple weeks later, and we've got our own water a couple of times. First of all, exciting new developments. We beach combed this bad boy, 19 liters. And then we've moved apartments, so now we are using the electric kettle to boil the water. It's just faster and easier and doesn't take up the stove. Because you're supposed to boil it at a rolling boil for 1 minute, we'll boil the kettle, and it's about 20 seconds of rolling boil before it turns off and settles, and then we just turn it back on a couple of times until it's been rolling for about a minute. When it's boiled, this little filter thing inside actually does catch a lot of stuff when you're emptying it. That's kind of the first line of filtration. This batch of water was just a little bit fluffier than other ones. And then we have the Brita, or the filter, the brandless filter pitcher. We use this to filter the water the rest of the way. It's just a little bit nicer to drink. You could drink that stuff. Do your best to filter out the fluffies with a little sieve like this, but it's not perfect. It's still fuzzy in the bottom. Boil the water 1 minute, And then we either leave it to cool in the kettle, or sometimes I will pour it into a pot just to cool it off a little bit faster. And then I can have another boil going. And then when it's cool enough, like lukewarm temperature, we run it through here. And then when it's done in here, we put it back in the bottle. So that's what we're doing. I recognize that obviously this is also plastic, and there are components in here that are plastic. We might not be saving very much plastic in the end. At the very least, it's a fun activity. There's that. Well, that's all for today, friends. Even if the activity ends up being only carbon neutral, it's a lot of fun and we truly enjoy doing it. We travel full time and post a new video every single week, so check out these other ones here and subscribe to follow along.
Guys, thank you for coming back to my channel. Bye.